Yes guys, welcome back to Quigley Fishing. So this is just a quick video on how I make my flatfish rigs. So these rigs are perfect for things like ray, sanddabs, plaice, any sort of little flatfish go along the bottom like that. So really simple, basically starts with just a swivel at the end. I've got about 4 or 5 feet of hook length down to a few beads and a few spinners down to around size 1/0 hook. So really simple rig, fairly easy to put together. So I'll roll on the clips now, show you how I do it.
Yeah guys, so you can see I like to have everything laid out there just before I start. So I obviously have my swivel there. I have a few beads, a few luminous green ones. I have my spinners, so I just have an orange, a yellow and a silver one. A few more beads there. And then I have my hook. I think it's size 1/0 hook. You can obviously go bigger or smaller depending on what you prefer. And then my hook length as well. So I just cut off about 4 or 5 feet of this 18-pound line. Again, you can go heavier if you're going for bigger fish. I just generally tend to catch smaller ones with this sort of rig, so only need 18-pound really. And so for tying on the swivel, guys, the knot I was taught this knot years ago. Basically, when I was taught it, I was told it was called the fisherman's knot. I've looked it up since and I've found about 5 or 6 different names for it, but it's a fairly straightforward one. So essentially you just slide the line through the eye of the swivel there, twist it around about 8 or 9 times, I would say. And then if you put the end of the line back through the hole you've made there, just where the line and the swivel meet, go back through that loop and then back through the loop of the twists again. Once you've done that, then you just want to wet the line just to reduce any friction and then pull it tight. And that's all you need really. Just clip the tag end off then, and that's the swivel tied on. So from there then, guys, I'm just sliding the beads onto the line. So they can be a little bit tricky if they're small like these ones, just to get the line through. What I found is if you just cut the line at an angle, it helps them go in a bit easier, and you can see them slide down then. So I went for a green one there, then a white one, and then I think, so you can see them there, 2 green ones and a white one, then onto the spinner. So it's the same thing, just slide the line through. The idea with these is that they sort of ruffle up the sand at the bottom and they give a bit of attraction to the bait. So especially if you're doing something like drifting along, the movement of the spinners on the bottom will help attract any fish that are nearby. So you can see there I've got all the beads and spinners slid down to the end. Now I'm just tying on the hook at the end. So I do the same knot as I did for the swivel. So through the eye of the hook, as you can see there. Just make sure you have enough to twist around a good few times. So the same deal, about 5 or 6, maybe a few more twists there, through the loop and back through the loop again. And after that then again, just wet the line and pull it tight. And once the knot slides down, then you can go ahead and cut the tag end off. You want to cut off as much as you can of the tag end really without going too close to the knot, just because the more that it sticks out, the more it can get in the way of the bait presentation. So there it is, fully done there, guys. As you can see, you have the spinners and then the beads just sort of spacing them out. This rig works especially well for me with ragworm, I'd say would be the best. And after that, the likes of squid and mackerel baits also work quite well. And I like to use these rig winders for all my rigs, guys. So they're very handy. Just wind the line around it, and then obviously when you want to take it off, it just unwinds very easily. Really good if you need to sort of change a bait quickly, and definitely helps that it stops your rigs getting tangled as well, which is obviously a nightmare sometimes. So that's the rig there, guys. I'll show you now a picture of it from a video I did a while back. So this one, I just have a bit of mackerel on the hook wrapped on with a bit of bait elastic. And this one I got a nice baby thornback ray with. So the sort of target species for this rig. So very happy with that one. I will put a link to that video below. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching as always. Bit of a different video this time, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this, or if anyone has any tips or advice or anything. and we will see you next time.